Hello, my name is Mariana and this is a reading for Taurus. So it's been a while since I've been here doing your reading and it feels like a little bit odd, a little bit strange, I confess, but I'm back here for you, Taurus, today. And I've done your reading, with my own deck. So the cards you'll see are from this deck. And before we get into your cards today, the reading seems to be telling a story that perhaps is just for one person because it's very, very specific. It's talking about perhaps, right, the way that I'm seeing a kid's party, right, a party for a child, that maybe you as a parent, Taurus, are organizing. But if it's not that, as a disclaimer, right, apply it to however it plays out in your life, right? So let's get into the cards because, it's very interesting, and I feel like behind this layer of the setting, right, being this party, this children's party, I feel like there is a message of love, and perhaps, because the way that I'm seeing, if you are separated from, the mother or the father of your child, maybe this child is wanting to bring you back. This is the whole point of this reading, but we'll get to it, right? Just as a disclaimer, as I said, if it doesn't apply for you, then this is not your reading. But if you switch the players, maybe this could also apply for you, right? Okay, so we start off with the Ace of Wands, and immediately when this card jumped out, it came with this surprise. And it was interesting because my reaction to it was of not very impressed by it, right? So it's almost like you, Taurus, are receiving a surprise gift or a surprise visit from someone, which feels to me like they're bringing something with them, right? The next card being the King of Wands. So although this Ace of Wands came first, being the surprise, I feel like this is like whatever this King of Wands is handing to you. And it felt to me, because what I saw today, this crown, well, it came through as a cake, right? So these two being the same suit and with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of playfulness, a lot of childlike eagerness to celebrate, right? I feel like this is someone that they are very happy to be there. They are very content to be surprising you. But your reaction, Taurus, as I'm embodying your reaction, is of not much pleasantness. It's almost like you are not very happy that they showed up with this surprise, because the card that came next after the King of Wands being the other, right? Maybe your ex-partner, right? It's how I'm seeing with the other cards, but it could be just another person from your family, a friend that you weren't really expecting anyone to come, right? And they are just ringing on your doorbell and you cannot just shove them away. You have to receive them, right? So this card, the Magician, coming after the King of Wands, this is you. And this is you, remember, as I said, this King of Wands, this crown, was appearing to me as a cake, as this gift cake that they are bringing to celebrate the party. And here you are with this Magician, also looking like a cake today, the hat, of the magician is looking like a cake, you know, a very, you know, you see the difference between these two, right? Imagine these two as cakes. This one being ultra organic and, you know, very informal, very handmade. And all, well, every cake is handmade. What I mean by that is like this one feels a lot more structured and, you know, nothing falling out of place, everything very carefully placed. And this one, on the contrary, feels very, you know, sloppy, but filled with joy, filled with light, filled with enthusiasm, right? Playfulness. And here is your reaction, you know, because what I heard with this magician was, but I already have a cake. Meaning, you know, if this is not a party that you're throwing for your kid, right? If we could play this in a different scenery, in a different scenario, right? It's like they're bringing something to you that, in a sense, you already have, that for you, for your perception, is more well suited, right? It has been planned by you that it would go this way. So you weren't expecting this one to bring their gift. So in a sense, you're not receptive to their gift. You see, Taurus? But the interesting thing is that after the magician came the justice. And today, this justice, well, besides being these two, you know, the balance between two sides, right? The balance between two cakes. Actually, the message that is coming through with the justice card is 2 is better than 1, right? To balance things out. So although you are very firmly holding your position, saying that you already have, you don't need what they're bringing, and you're not accepting their offer, right? Because as I said, this could be, you know, a gift as in a cake, but it could also be an opportunity, right? A very enthusiastic opportunity that they're bringing, but you yourself are not very impressed because as the magician, it seems to you, your position is that you already have everything that you need, right? So this justice actually is like this, it's like this message from the universe saying, do not, you know, if they're here freely giving it to you, although you weren't expecting, this is a good surprise. So do not push them away, right? 2 is better than 1 is how it's coming through. And interestingly enough, so after the Justice card, this card came along, the Page of Swords. And so this is the reason why I'm saying this could be a party that you're throwing for a kid, for a child of yours, right? Because, you know, being a page, usually it symbolizes like a younger energy, right? But with the swords element here for this kid, it feels to me that, so there are 2 things. One, this is a very communicative, very not shy at all kid, right? It's actually coming through as very mature for their age, because I'm seeing these you know, the combination of the page with the swords energy. It feels to me like they have so much knowledge imbued in their soul that, you know, maybe you don't listen to what they're saying because they're a kid, but what they're saying holds truth. You see what I mean? And it's interesting because right away when this kid came along, right, after the justice, it feels to me like, in a sense, they are the messengers of this higher message from the universe of 2 is better than 1. So perhaps they are the ones who are saying for you, Taurus, to accept the gift from this other, right? But maybe you're not giving them too much credit. But I feel like they have a lot of knowing, because they're coming in between the justice, right, and judgment. So it's actually like this, right? Sorry. So justice and judgment. But the interesting thing is that, here, let me see if I can hold all the cards. So after justice came the Page of Swords, followed by the Judgment and the Two of Cups. And these two cards jumped out together, right? So remember, when this justice came with the message of 2 is better than 1, and this kid knowing that intuitively, right, and being very communicative, very expressive, right, they're saying that to you, but you're disregarding their message in a way. But with Judgment and the Two of Cups, again, you see, because here we have two plates, right, being balanced out, and here we have 2 hearts. So in a sense, it's not only that, you know, we have the 2 cakes here symbolizing the other person that is coming unexpectedly and bearing a gift, right? And you here very firmly holding your position, very structured, very pre-planned, right? But it's 2. There's a lot of 2s emphasized in your reading today. So 2 is better than 1, and here we have 2 hearts aligned. But see how here they are side by side, and here is one on top of the other. I feel like, actually, so what I was going to say about this Judgment is that, again, you know, here is like an intervention from the universe saying this combination, this coming together is something that, you know, it has divine justice in it. It has divine timing in it. It's supposed to happen as it is, right? So this one, this kid, right, or this younger energy, right, could be saying this to you, but in a way, I feel like you sense that there is still some kind of hierarchy between the 2 of you. So this is why I'm saying this could play out, you know, as divorced parents who are coming together because of the birthday party of their kid. And I feel like for you, Taurus, you sense this unbalance, right? Because today what is being emphasized between this and this, right, the justice and the Two of Cups, is that here they are side by side, and this is what, you know, they're talking about. 2 is better than 1, but 2 side by side. And here, and this is why I'm saying, you know, the Judgment card is actually, because it came right underneath the Magician. So I feel like this is you holding your position, you know, trying to go against what the universe wants, right? Which is bring you back together, because in a sense, you know that there is a lot of things to be dealt with between the 2 hearts, between these 2 people, right? And so, you know, what needs to be negotiated here, or what the message is, the first higher message from the universe is that things, in order to balance things out, right, 2 is better than 1, right? So the understanding of that, right, because here you were very independent, but clearly, right, there's some sort of higher strength, higher power that wants to bring you back together and rewrite, is how it's coming through. Rewrite this hierarchy. Rewrite the hierarchy that maybe it's time to do that. It's time to balance out that, okay? So, as I said, it's playing out in this scenario that I'm seeing, that I've described as a kid's party, but adapt to your situation, right? And if it did resonate with you, and if you want to continue to the extended with me, I'm going to pull more cards. And also I'm going to pull from the astrological runes as a final guidance for you, Taurus. So thank you so much for being here with me. I'll see you in the extended. Okay, bye.